Hey folks, GHondo here, and welcome back to Auction Not Included. This is episode 67. In the last episode, we finished the long piping project here, so I no longer technically need this tepidizer at all, but I'm going to leave it there just in case. But all that brine helpfully comes through here and gets warmed up in this really hot room for free and nice and easy. We also sent Bubbles out into space for a couple days to bring back data banks, so that we can start working on something. We are doing the Cartographic Module now, so that we can actually scan a bit more. Because right now all we have is what we could reach from the telescope we had, so there's still lots to scan. Yeah, that's where we are. Let's go. I may have to do something about all this carbon dioxide at some point, other than just putting in more oxys. I mean, overall, our breathability, like in the sections we actually use, you know, is totally fine, no problem there whatsoever, but this is, yeah, and I just don't know what to do with it. Maybe do I just start venting more into space than I have been? Because right now we are theoretically venting, not that it seems to be doing much. Maybe we're not venting anymore. I don't even see anything coming up here to try to vent. Oh, no, there's a little bit there. Okay. But I guess we're only venting... That's probably the outputs from the gas generators, I'm gonna guess. Yeah. And then any junk out of here. But there shouldn't be much of that, if ever. I wonder if it would be worth putting a mini pump here, because I don't want to like overload this line and break it, but I wonder if it would be worth putting just like a mini pump. I'm going to try it and see. If it doesn't work, I'll shut it off, but in fact, I might even put it on a switch. That actually might even be better. I'll just start with a switch, then it'll be very obvious, right? And some heavy watt. There. And finally something to actually connect it. Yeah, it's just that easy. And if that simply works without overloading this line, because I want to make sure these still can run, but that will slowly start clearing out this vast mess of air here. Far better than these oxys can, I think. And anyway, with a switch on it, I can say yes or no at any time anyway, so that would be fine. That also might help with some of the overpressure, because we're getting some popped eardrums now and again, so we definitely have too much pressure. Oh, speaking of pressure, the other thing I noticed when I first loaded in this morning, Nisbet was standing here working on something here and just kept standing there and working on it. Apparently at some point, and I don't know when or how I did, it must have been accidental, but I had apparently set this single square here, a gas line, like the gas pipe, to empty. In other words, have a dupe come and like pull stuff out. So she was sitting here trying to basically drain this gas reservoir while it was being refilled. And then just off. Right, so now we have all this carbon dioxide canisters just sitting here. Like it doesn't make any sense. It clearly was accidental, but I don't even know how I did it. So weird. Anyway. This needs to say I put a stop to that. And she suddenly started going and ranching again, which was delightful. Okay. Alright, well these are currently off, so this doesn't prove anything, except that this does slowly start pulling some of the pressure out of here. And that's good. I'll have to wait till these actually kick back on to be sure. Pretty much out of gas anyway, apparently, so... The gas is just too hot. It's too hot for us to risk using. Oh yeah, no, there it is there. Yeah, 75 maximum. I mean, I guess we could bump this up a little closer. Maybe to 55. Just this runs a little bit more. Yeah, we just don't have enough gas to run all of them anyway. Well, now they're all going. I just want to make sure that we are in fact still quite capable of keeping up here, and it looks like it's fine. Okay, yeah, so this pump is not anywhere near strong enough to break it. One of the full-size pumps I think would have, but now we should be helpfully dumping far more often up here. Although I guess that still won't happen until this is full, our emergency carbon dioxide, in case I ever have to switch this to a carbon rocket. But once that's full, then we can start venting, and that's fine. Speaking of rocket, we still have a good pile of sucrose and fertilizer, and this is right loaded up, so yeah, this should be fine. Okay. And we currently have 2 heights available. I don't know what the cartographic is. No, there it is right there, 5 high. Oh, that's going to be bad. That's going to be bad. I don't know if that burden matters, but that 5 height's going to be a problem, so I'm going to have to take something off in order to put this in. I don't know what that's going to be. Okay, maybe be able to take the battery module out temporarily. It's interesting that you show the burden there, but not the height of that piece, right? Like, battery module. Oh, it's only 2 anyway. That still isn't even going to do it. Yeah, it's the engine height problem. Okay. Plan B, C, D, whatever we're up to now. Better engine. What do we have choices of here? Okay, sugar engine's what we're already using. Steam engine. We already have. Actually, we should be able to look at them just from here, right? Steam engine only supports... Oh, it supports 25, so that's not right. Because our current sugar one, I think, is only 16, yeah? Yeah. So steam is one option. I don't have petroleum, so that's not an option. What about Radbolts? I can get those. Well, that does 20, and I already have generation of those. That's slow, but I have it. Or hydrogen, that's the other thing I could get. Oh wow, I could go up to 35. Yikes. Okay, I think we might want to start leaning into hydrogen engines. Oh, I see. Okay, I see we might not want to go into hydrogen engines, or at least not right now. We need lots and lots and lots of data disks. How about the Radbolt one? That one was also decent. Radbolt engine. Oh, you're also a huge amount, so it doesn't even really matter. Okay, Bubbles needs to go back out for a long, long time. You're good there. These are requiring some attention. So let's make sure that they are, in fact, ready to go. Food is ready. And that's enough plastic to do quite a few, so that part's all fine. So I just really need the terrariums to be ready, so that when she's been there for a while, they can kick in and start working. And I think we're going to do a slightly higher priority sweep as well. Let's just get this junk out of here. Okay. Okay. But yeah, then Bubbles is going to have to go for another long trip. Okay, you're doing the sweeping, that's fine. We did one of the terrariums, there's the other. Yeah, so the oxygen in here is fantastic. Yeah, absolutely 100%. So frankly, you can go anytime. I guess the sweeping can wait, it's not a huge deal. Okay. Well then, this should still remember its bubbles, yes it does. Crude only. And again, you're just going to sit in orbit. That way I can bring you back the absolute second I need to. You're so slow with that suit though. That's fine. Everybody ready? We're all happy? Yes? Alright, off you go. And once again, once you're out here, I am going to have you take that spacesuit off, because you don't need it. There you go. Because you don't need it while you're in here, and it's just going to slow you down. So obviously, you're going to get scorched when you get back again, but I can't really help that, I don't think. Unless I can, like, lock these doors to prevent you from getting out until this has time to clear, but it takes a long, long time. Because even though this is wide open to space, this does not drain very fast. Which I don't really get, but anyway. They don't make space like they used to, I guess. Anyway, that's all fine, so we'll just have to let that happen, and let's find some printables. What could I possibly want? Well, I don't really need warts, surprisingly enough, so I'll find something. Okay, I'll just take some more algae. It's always useful. It's simple and helpful. So we do have a lot of terrariums floating around, so it's good to keep them in check. So the pressure here is still 2.7 kilos, which is still very high. Well, that's fine. We'll clear it. We'll slowly clear it, not a problem. The water here is very slowly easing up. It leaves at 22, comes back at 23, so it's slow, but it's absolutely working. You're dormant for another 11 days, that's totally fine. And I don't even really have a giant project for them to work on, so at this point they're really just, you know, sweeping and doing general maintenance type stuff. I do wonder what I can get them working on, if anything really. Suppose I could have them working on more transit stops just to speed things up. Maybe a transit stop over here for when we need to send critters through. That doesn't seem like a bad plan. It will wreck the pole doing it, but it doesn't seem like a bad plan. Unless, of course, I come up here and have it be a really weird tube, but it still would be faster than climbing the ladder. Yeah, let's do that. Give him a tube to get back. So it doesn't really matter too much where it lives. And we'll want to drop off somewhere nearby. Now, where exactly do I want to connect? Probably I will just use this. And I know I don't have anywhere near enough materials for this. I'm not worried about those. And I might need a ladder here to actually be able to build this. But that's fine. There. That should be helpful. I don't think it's going to be used all that often, but when it is used, it'll be very helpful. And it gives them something to do, because I definitely don't want them bored. That's the one thing that's not allowed. Alright, how you doing? Should still be totally fine for oxygen, totally fine for outhouse. And we're already up to 14 datas. Perfect. Okay, very good. And I guess technically when she gets back, they'll take some of the excess plastic to finish this, and that's totally fine too. But for now, if they can at least get the ladder in so they can get to this work when it's back, that'll be plenty sufficient. They can do all the wiring and all that part. They can do a lot of it, just they won't be able to 100% it. Is that the range of Sweepy? Is that what we're telling me? Because that looks to be... You don't... Well, I guess we'll wait and see, but that looks... Or is that just as far as you've happened to have gotten so far? No, that certainly appears to be the maximum range. So that's lovely and all, but it's really not spectacular. Ah well, it was fun. I guess we will do the rest ourselves. Not a problem. Again, it's not like they're busy. I suppose I guess the other option instead of me doing it is I could just build some more mechatronics and let it do it, but it's fine. Not a big deal either way. don't know if you can actually get value out of that while you're away, but I guess you might as well get better at some portion of this. I guess it doesn't matter which one I do here or here first, because eventually you're going to get both of these anyway, so this one at least you like, so we'll do that. And then when you get back, you get the better hat. But obviously you can't do that while you're out, but... Air is still fine, air is still fine. 26 discs. Okay. But I guess I could start putting in place what basically another one of these, but for hydrogen, because that's going to be what we're going to end up using. So now I'm starting to wonder, should I even bother with this, or should I just basically just reuse this, stop the carbon coming in, and just like let it drain out? Because we definitely are not going to run out of sucrose before that's ready, so... Okay. So, your inputs now are no longer going to be carbon, they're going to be hydrogen. Anything else? For now, you're just going to vent. That should immediately stop, and once all that's gone, we can throw it back out. Because if I connect it now, this might get confused and not know what direction it's facing, so I'll wait till this is done, I'll snip the input and then bring this out so it can leave. And for simplicity, maybe I'll just add a temporary line out here just to help offload it. Guess I'll need another bridge, right? Do that. Come over here, we snip that. And we just temporarily connect it, like so. That way we can drain the carbon dioxide that's in there, and then we can start working towards getting hydrogen onto that line. Which might be a little bit tricky, but right now it's definitely going to be mostly carbon dioxide. In fact, pretty much exclusively carbon dioxide, because it's all coming off of this line. But once I put an electrolyzer in somewhere, I may have to put a separate line in, so I don't know if there's going to be enough leftover room on this line. Yeah, I don't know. Either way, we'll figure it out. I guess the real trick is, where do I have easy access to water to run through the electrolyzing? That pretty much has to be up here somewhere. Maybe I just carve out a little tank area here, just for trapping air. It's probably the easiest way, right? Should I insulate it? Does it matter? Probably not, right? This one will have an airlock that will be staying closed. And I will be able to fit 2 electrolyzers in here. Which means it will definitely need at least 3, if not 4 pumps, if we're going to try and maximize the output. Because these only do 500. There might be some times where some is overflowing, or oh, this stuff will get past this and then get up to there, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Okay. Now, how much water does this drain in? Is one pump going to be able to handle this? How much water do you absorb? 1,000 grams per second. How much does a pump do? Oh, you can do 10. Okay, you'll be fine. Alright, let me grab some printables, and I will be back. Okay, I'm just going to grab some fertilizer, just so we have lots. I don't really need it, but it's better than running this machine and giving off all sorts of nasty gas. But anyway, yes, one liquid pump definitely can support all of this. In fact, this one's not even really pushing all that hard, so I think it's going to be easy. Actually, I want to just come straight down like this, right? And then... yeah, that should be fine. Now I will need a joint plate out of this, I guess. As I should have done originally, but that's fine. And it makes no difference whatsoever where it is. No difference whatsoever. But I'm going to not connect it on this side until this is all built and ready. But obviously I don't want it to run for no reason, right? But we can at least put in... most of it. So we will build that, but we just won't connect it. I guess I didn't really even have to do this. Well, I could have just left a natural wall there, but it's fine. Doesn't matter. Alright, so now let's start thinking about the outputs. I don't really think we can use that same line. I think it's going to be too busy. So I think what we're going to do is just have this go straight through here, kind of like it already is, and just bypass that section entirely. And then bring the new line in onto here. This is going to be a mess. This is going to be a mess. I need you insulated, please. Right, because that's going to be the line going the proper way. And I guess while I'm at it, I need this current junk emptied, right? At least from this square. I guess it doesn't matter, the filter, I guess, can sort it out at the time, but... but until all this is filtered out, this doesn't have room, so there's no capacity. Whoa, 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 not that far. We do not want to be involved with this. So we're going to have to cut around it. And... yeah, part after that I think will be fine, but... yeah, I think we can just bridge over this now. And I think down here we can just use regular gas pipe. I don't think this section's cold enough. Kinda. Maybe we'll stick to insulate for a little while longer. It should not be sandstone though. We figured out we have very little sandstone. Anyway. Okay, so how do we get up over there easily? I guess we cut through here, right? So cut through the hospital and all this stuff. Maybe not. Maybe we just bridge. Maybe we just bridge these. Definitely not bridging that. That part's a given. But if we just bridge these, then we can cut across and over. There we go. Okay. Just go around like that, maybe. No, that's terrible too. Okay. Maybe we don't cut through here after all. Maybe we just run it straight through there and across the crops and down. I mean, this is hideous, but I think it'll do the job. What I don't know is how much these... Is one pipe going to be enough for all of this? I may need to split this in half, right? I may actually need to run 2 lines. Yuck! Or I just only do 2 pumps. Maybe that's better. Yeah, let's just do 2 pumps. We'll leave the rest of the infrastructure in place there in case I ever want to expand, but so maybe I'll just disable that instead of just actually destroying it. Yeah, that's better. Then at least it's there should I ever figure out a way to get these pipes out better. Which I'm sure there's plenty of ways that are better, but anyway. Alright, let's check on Bubbles. How are you doing? Air is still totally fine. Outhouse is still totally fine. Just 63 data banks, it's a good start. And food is still fine. Your stress level, though, is real bad. Okay, then that's going to be what brings you back. Fair enough. Yeah, I know, it's hot, huh? It sure is. Anyway, I'll probably need to manually tell you to bring that suit back. Possibly, I don't know. But it's very possible that I have to do it manually. I've been doing it manually anyway. Whether it's actually necessary or not is completely separate. But yes, high stress. But now that you're back, you'll get your better bedroom, you'll get the park. So your stress should be recovering shortly. But I guess we do have to wait until you actually stop and have a meal and a sleep and all that, so it's good I gave you a little bit of a buffer so that you have time to do these things before you crack. What are you doing here? Are you emptied? You sure are. Okay. That means that we no longer need that. Can reconnect that. So when the time comes, you'll be ready to go. So why are you not pushing this into here? Interesting. This part here should still be able to go, right? You definitely see that you're outbound, and there's definitely room. So why are you... That's a good question. Why is this facing down when those are clear outputs? Okay. Well, that'll at least clear this bit. It will make it even more clear. I guess, as to which direction you go. Okay. Okay, yes, now your stress is dropping nicely. Because you've gotten... Yeah, you've been through the park. You've had a meal in a nice hall. Yeah, okay. Alright, so we'll have to leave you for a bit, but clearly stress is going to be what cuts these rocket trips short more than food or air or anything. But I don't really know there's much I can do about that, unless I rejig this so that this actually counts like as a bedroom or counts as a hall or something. I can't imagine any way to do that where it would still count as a great hall. Well, I guess I could get you... Maybe I could get you to a mess hall. Maybe. It would take a massive redesign, and I'm not sure I really feel like doing it, to be honest. Could I just maybe like give you some decor? Because that would probably help a bit, right? I guess the presence of these polluted waters that just never seem to go is probably not helping either. Yeah, let's maybe get you a little bit of decor. Maybe that will help a little bit anyway. Will that fit? No. Will you fit? No, but it might if I move this. Alright, yes, now that does fit. Good, okay. So give you one of those. Maybe we can give you like a potted plant or something. These arrow pots are quite good for decor, right? Especially if it's made out of diamond. You know what? Sure, have a diamond arrow pot. That should really help. Maybe we'll put that up here, right? In fact, I think I have enough diamond I can do 2 of them. Sure, have 2 of them. That should drastically help. Okay. Now, I don't necessarily need an oxy. Maybe I'll look for, I don't know, like a Joya seed or a Bliss Buddy or something. Anyway, I'll find something. And we're back. We'll try Joya seeds. We didn't have any of them, so we'll try it. But I think that's actually going to be a tomorrow job, so I'm noticing the clock and I'm monumentally over on time, so I'm going to call things there for today. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, please leave a like and a comment. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. It really does help. Other than that, we'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one. See you.